This is CBS Rewind.
1, 2.
August 12th, 1966.
Let me tell you how it will be.
The Beatles began the U.S. leg of their last tour, playing a date at the International Amphitheater in Chicago.
A man sit by my side.
This date in 1982.
Whenever there's a fight so hungry people can eat,
Legendary actor Henry Fonda
I'll be there.
died of heart disease at 77.
I guess I'd be delighted to have you abuse my daughter under my own roof.
And this date in 1988.
Welcome, Jesus.
The opening of the movie, The Last Temptation of Christ.
Jesus.
I'm Brandon Brooks, and that's Rewind.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it in the next hour here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in to Rutherford Issues from News Radio WGNS. Happy that you have decided to join us on a Tuesday morning. Busy Tuesday. Got meetings all day. What in the world are we meeting about? Well, we've got high school sports kicking off really this weekend with the Coach's Corner, but next Friday with high school football, and then we turn around and the next weekend it's the debut of Middle Tennessee sports. Derek Mason's first show is on the 25th. The first game is on the 30th with Austin P. So, yeah, there's just a lot crack-a-lacking out there right now. But trying to get everything launched as best we can. It's going to be the start of a long local sports season here on WGNS. I was having a conversation yesterday with someone about that very thing, and it was like, I was at the Child Advocacy Center 25th anniversary celebration that was at the chamber, and I said, "Man, you're everywhere." It's like, well, and then the conversation went to high school sports, and then it was, well, how many games are you all doing? And I have had that question many times before, so I know the answer. The average is 150 high school events. Now that's games, coaches shows, all of that together between mid-August and the end of May. And if you add in the approximately 150 MTSU events that we do from the end of August, early September through the end of May, that's 300. So in that span of time, what's that? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, 5 months. I thought it was, or 10 months, thought it was 10. You average that out, it equivalates, I made up a new word. It's equivalent to one event per day. And it's crazy. When you're talking about putting together a live broadcast from on location, it's a lot. It's crazy. It takes a lot of folks. So we're trying to get that off to a fine, rousing start, is my point. So we'll be working on that, of course. But it all gets underway Saturday, the first coaches show of the season. It's hard to believe, 32 years of that. And I think that I am correct on this. I know I'm within a year. But that first year, I produced the Coaches Show. And then after that, I was part of the Coaches Show as a co-host with Jeff Jordan. So there was a Coaches Show before that, and Dick Palmer mentioned this to me as well, that in the 80s, he did a Coaches Show here. It was just the 4 schools at the time. Well, I guess it would have been just the 3 schools at the time. Oakland, Riverdale, and Smyrna, because that was before Laverne, I believe. So, anyway, long story short is we've had a long history with the Coaches Show, and of course 79 seasons. This is the 79th season of high school sports coming up, so proud to do it, and just getting ready for that. So it was 9:30 last night before I finally said, you know what, whatever is left will have to wait to another day. So that's kind of the way we tackled all that, but getting all of that ready for you. And Middle Tennessee Electric, a big part of all of the things that we do here, including our high school sports. And Middle Tennessee Electric powers Rutherford Issues that you're listening to right now. They've got a big event coming up. Speaking of things that are happening, it's their annual meeting, which is coming up this Saturday. It's a virtual annual meeting. It's at 2:00. Now, if they would like for you to register, and you're thinking, well, it's virtual, I can just pop on. Sure. They want to know who's participating as much as they can. And the incentive to register is that you'll be in the running for some great prizes that they're giving away. And they give away a lot of prizes. So you'll want to be in on that. If you want to submit questions to be answered during the virtual meeting from your cooperative, they'll allow that between now and Friday. And you can vote for officers. You can do that at the MTE offices on New Salem or by calling. So if you want more information on how to participate in that, mte.com/annual meeting. That's mte.com/annual meeting. Let's see. How about we salute today's good neighbor of the day? Good neighbor today, Aaron Tucker, is the good neighbor for her professionalism and generosity in dealing with an issue. Aaron Tucker receives flowers from Jenny Harrison and everybody at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, along with News Radio WGNS. Our good neighbor of the day, Aaron Tucker. Congrats, Aaron. Enjoy the flowers headed your way. And thanks to the person who anonymously recognized Aaron Tucker as the good neighbor today. You can do the very same. How do you do that? Text neighbor to 615-893-1450. NEIGHBOR. Text that one word to our phone number, 615-893-1450. Or you can go to wgnsradio.com/good neighbor. Those are the 2 easy ways to get in your good neighbors to us. We need a name, address, phone number, sentence why. When you get that done, you're done. You can, that web form that you fill out by texting us or by going to the website. Once you complete all the questions it asks, there's a submit button. You submit it, it's in my inbox immediately. So we'll make that special person good neighbor of the day coming up. Help us out with that. Birthday club, it's something we do each weekday morning. What about the weekends? Saturday on Friday, Sunday on Monday. We get every day taken care of. It is Millie Rodriguez's birthday today. All of her bus driver friends out there wishing her a happy birthday. And Millie happened to win the banana pudding. I think she drives over at Hobgood, so one of the city bus drivers there, it seems. Millie, happy birthday. Hope you have a big day. Thanks to Slick Pig for sponsoring our birthday club. Each and every weekday morning, somebody gets picked from the list and wins the banana pudding. That is like the cherry on top. But to have your name announced on the air and have the entire community wish you a happy birthday, that's another thing, right? It's, like king for the day. It's my birthday and everybody knows about it. So pretty cool stuff. Thanks to Slick Pig, 1920 East Main, open every Tuesday through Saturday.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Send you outside on Big G TV, where we're coming in at 79 degrees. Maybe last hour's reading, because the airport is at 82. Feels like 89. 81 feeling like 87 at the Smyrna airport. We've had a few showers dotted around on the radar, so we'll take a look at that and see where we may have a few showers and what's ahead in the forecast. It's going to be a little more showery, shall we say?
Well, Brian, it looks like we'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms at times here for this afternoon, with cloudy skies, a high around 90 degrees. Winds out of the south around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then for tonight, a slight chance for some rain showers and storms, cloudy, a low near 72. By Wednesday, chance for rain and storms, cloudy, high of 91 degrees. And Thursday, another chance for showers and thunderstorms. Partial sunshine develops, a high of 91. Friday, slight chance for rain and storms, late, a high of 94. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Thank you, Jennifer, for the update. A look at our Rutherford weather radar. Let's see. We are seeing a few showers down here in the southwestern corner of the county. Maybe a few sprinkles up toward Smyrna and Laverne at this particular moment. Let's see if we can dive down and see where the showers are. Really from Eagleville to Mount Vernon to Bunker Hill, around Swamp Road and South Main Street in the Eagleville area. A few showers dotted around there. Maybe a little downpour near the Stones River National Cemetery along Medical Center Parkway, Wilkinson Pike, between Wilkinson and Asbury Lane. Maybe a few showers also in Smyrna, but these are very light showers. Heavier rain off to the east. It was mentioned during the roundtable program, but after we see general thunderstorms the next few days, how does that affect the drought situation? Is there one? Well, yes, a little bit. Not for Rutherford County. Rutherford County is in the, average range, but a slight or abnormally dry to moderate drought just to our southwest and to our northeast on the Cumberland Plateau. Not going to be drought-busting rain this week, but we are going to have some rain chances, especially tomorrow with a 6 in 10 chance. So we'll keep you updated on Rutherford weather. Not looking for anything to be severe, but when there is severe weather, we're live on the Rutherford Weather Channel, Ruco Weather on many social platforms. YouTube, Facebook, very active. X, very active as well. We've been working to make some improvements on the streaming capabilities and have some things worked out there. I think that it's going to be a nice positive change for Rutherford Weather 2.0, let's call it. So getting ready for the fall severe weather season. You know, we have 2 severe weather seasons, spring and, anywhere from October to December, when we have those clashes. Well, even January. Our really severe weather season starts in the fall and goes through the spring. And winter, you just never know. But regardless, we're going to be ready to bring you warning information. And when there are warnings, we're live on impactful and severe weather on the Rutherford Weather Channel, and warnings, of course, relayed on 101.9, 100.5, WGNS, and wgnsradio.com. Again, 81 degrees at the Smyrna Airport, 82 at the Murfreesboro Airport, and we're going to have heat index values very close to 100 today, so be sure to hydrate and stay safe out there.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
Equity markets up at the open, with stocks rallying on the backside of inflation reports that show fewer signs of tariff-related price gains than feared. The Dow has jumped almost 500. It's been over 400 all morning at 466 ahead right now. 44,441. S&P up 53, 6426. NASDAQ is ahead 205 at 21,590.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
A check of world news coming up from CBS here on WGNS, brought to you by Maples Realty and Auction. Thanks to those who are listening, of course, on radio, audio streaming. Our video coverage on Big G TV, brought to you by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic and Surgery Center, celebrating 75 years of putting your health as their mission. mmclinic.com. Here's your world news check at 21 after.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. The government says inflation held steady in July, with consumer prices up 2.7% from the year before. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says it's the same rate as June.
One of the big reasons that the overall rate actually remained the same is that the price of energy was down over the last year. The gas index down 9.5% from a year ago. So obviously, if it's costing less to fill up your car, you may not notice some of the other big increases.
When it comes to tariffs and trade, President Trump extended a truce with China for another 90 days. Beijing announced a similar tariff pause. CBS's Ramy Inocencio.
This pause, the second in a row, and it is at least some kind of economic relief for both the U.S. and China, even if only for another 90 days. President Trump signed that executive order last night. Basically, he said that there are ongoing discussions and that Beijing, in his words in that order, is taking significant steps to address U.S. concerns.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation said this morning the man who fired more than 180 shots at the headquarters of the CDC in Atlanta last Friday died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A police officer was killed in the attack. Bureau Director Chris Hosey.
The shooter had no known criminal history. Evidence in this investigation indicates that the shooter had recently verbalized thoughts of suicide, which even led to law enforcement being contacted several weeks prior to the incident.
The investigators are working yesterday's shooting in a Target parking lot in Austin, Texas. 3 people, including a child, were killed. CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca.
The shooting happened during the peak of back-to-school shopping, since many of the Austin area schools start this week. Now, the police chief says the suspect is a 32-year-old man with a criminal record and a history of mental health issues.
National Guard troops have been arriving for duty today in Washington, D.C., a day after President Trump ordered the deployment and took control of the city's police department. D.C.'s mayor is meeting with Attorney General Pam Bondi. On the Health Watch today, a possible new treatment for sleep apnea could lie in an ancient practice.
Researchers in India say sleep apnea sufferers who practiced the ancient ritual of blowing into a conch shell for 15 minutes a day had higher oxygen levels at night and were 34% less sleepy during the day compared to those who did the deep breathing exercises that are normally prescribed. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 481 points. The S&P and NASDAQ are higher. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What happens when the thrill of Powerball meets the thrill of NASCAR? You get a chance to win an exciting trip for 2 to the NASCAR Championship race in Phoenix, Arizona. Plus, the chance to win $1 million in a special drawing. Enter the NASCAR Powerball Playoff Second Chance Drawing at TNVIPRewards.com between May 10th and June 30th for your chance to win. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly. NASCAR issues with express permission. NASCAR LLC is not a sponsor of this promotion.
I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, and here are some of the top stories impacting Rutherford County on your Rutherford Roundup for Tuesday, August the 12th, 2025. Rutherford County students are adjusting to a major change this school year, a new cell phone policy requiring devices to be put away for the entire school day. County Schools Chief Communications Officer James Evans explained the rule aligns with a new Tennessee law affecting all districts, but Rutherford County has extended the ban beyond instructional time to include lunch and passing periods. While some students worry about communication and mental health impacts, educators report calmer classrooms. Parents and lawmakers have voiced concerns about emergency contact, but the law allows phone use in urgent situations. The policy expands an existing classroom ban that's been in place since 2022. While schools adapt to new routines, the community also paused to celebrate a milestone for the Child Advocacy Center. On Monday, August the 11th, the Child Advocacy Center marked its 25th year of service to children and families in Rutherford and Cannon counties. The celebration, held at the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, honored the center's work over 50,000 individuals since 2000, including prevention training for more than 17,000 adults. Executive Director Sharon D. Boer was recognized for her leadership since the organization's founding. Alongside remarks from Rutherford County Mayor Joe Carr, survivor Evan Stone, and Murfreesboro City Schools Director Dr. Trey Duke, the Child Advocacy Center continues its mission to protect children through strong partnerships, trained professionals, and dedicated community support. In Wilson County, advanced technology played a key role in capturing a suspect with a lengthy criminal record. On Saturday afternoon, Mount Juliet Guardian Shield license plate readers alerted officers to a Ford Escape displaying a stolen tag, taken just one day earlier in Williamson County. The alert came as the SUV exited onto Belinda Parkway. Officers quickly located the vehicle near Providence Trail, where the driver fled on foot before being apprehended. The 54-year-old Nashville man was found in possession of crack cocaine, driving on a revoked license, and wanted in 3 counties for multiple felony warrants, including theft, forgery, and mail theft. Mount Juliet police credited both the technology and swift officer response for preventing potential crimes in the community. Meanwhile, in Antioch, authorities are investigating a deadly head-on collision on Bell Road early Sunday morning that claimed the life of 37-year-old Raquel Lorena Sabria Barajas. She was the passenger of a Nissan Rogue when a westbound Maserati SQ4, driven by 36-year-old Julio Cesar Herrera Gonzalez, crossed into the eastbound lane, striking the Nissan head-on. Sabrina passed away at the scene, while the Nissan driver sustained life-threatening injuries and remains hospitalized. Gonzalez suffered minor injuries but shows signs of impairment. According to Metro Police, he faces charges including vehicular homicide, vehicular assault, DUI, and driving without a license. In Rutherford County, family and friends laid to rest Jerry Wayne Smotherman, the 86-year-old Good Samaritan, struck and killed on Highway 231 South in Christiana last week. Smotherman had stopped to help at the scene of an earlier crash when he was hit by oncoming traffic, driven by a 37-year-old Carl D. Bailey. The incident happened just outside of Murfreesboro city limits, prompting an immediate response from local firefighters, Tennessee Highway Patrol, and the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office. A lifelong resident of the Christiana area, Smotherman's life was celebrated Monday at Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home in Murfreesboro. In other news, Middle Tennessee State University has been named one of the Colleges of Distinction's, quote, best colleges in the U.S. for the 2025-2026 school year. Joining only 3 other public institutions in Tennessee on the list, MTSU also earned recognition for its programs in business, education, and nursing, as well as for affordability, career development, and military support. President Sidney McPhee praised the honor as a testament to the university's commitment to student success. Tyson Schritter, COO of Colleges of Distinction, noted MTSU's culture of empowering students and preparing them for life after graduation. Nominations for the award come from counselors, administrators, and the organization's own research. That's all for now. For updates on these and many more local news stories, be sure to check out our website, wgnsradio.com, or follow us on social media at News Radio WGNS on Facebook and X. And if you're listening to the show on Spotify, iTunes, or YouTube, be sure to leave a rating, review, or a comment. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, part of your Good Neighbor Network, and I'll talk to you later.
This is News Radio WGNS. Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
All right, get ready. It's the start of the high school sports season. Saturday morning, Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner will hit the airwaves for the 32nd season. We're fueled by McDonald's Murfreesboro and Donut Country. So, after the Friday night games, you'll be able to catch up with the latest on the coaches from the previous game. Look ahead to the next week. John Dinkins, Danny Brewer, Bill Hockenberry, myself, we're all going to be here in some form or fashion. 3 of the 4 there from week to week. And we'll have the Coaches Show every Saturday morning beginning at 9 a.m. MTCS Cougar Corner hits the air around 10:15. Make that 11:15. So be sure to join us for that. Next Thursday, it will be the 33rd season of Primetime Sports presented by Ideas Tees. That show went on before the Coaches Show in the spring. But anyway, enough about the history of that. August 21st, ready to go with Clark Blair, Rod Edwards, Danny Brewer, your host, and they'll dive into local high school sports, college football, Tennessee Titans news, and just get you all ready for the weekend ahead on Thursday nights. That starts next Thursday. Next Friday, a week from this Friday, will be the debut of the 79th season of State Farm Prep Sports, Oakland versus CPA. And in some polls, if you just take all the schools in Middle Tennessee together, Oakland rated number 1, CPA number 2. So should be a very interesting matchup with the Patriots and CPA coming up on Friday the 22nd. That's how we kick things off. The following week, it's Middle Tennessee Sports. On the 25th, it's the Derek Mason Show. And on Saturday the 30th, Middle Tennessee versus Austin Peay. Now more sports as we catch up with the Braves, see how they've been kind of on a little hot streak of late.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update.
The Braves have won 3 straight and took 4 out of 5 from the Miami Marlins over the course of the weekend at Truist Park. Now they're on the road, a 3-game set with the reeling New York Mets coming up Tuesday through Thursday. It'll be Spencer Strider on the mound as the Braves look to stay hot, look to continue this winning streak. Spencer Strider needs to rebound from last start. He is 5-9, has a 4.04 ERA, 33 walks, 98 strikeouts, and a 130 whip. It'll be Clay Holmes going for the Mets. He's 9-6, has a 3.46 ERA, 47 walks, and 97 strikeouts. He's got a 130 whip on the season. We'll see if the Braves can take care of the Mets and keep rolling down the stretch in August. Ford leadoff show at 5:55. First pitch against the Mets with Ben and Darren O'Day is 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central, right here on the Braves Radio Network.
SRM Concrete. Minutes, even seconds matter.
This is an early heads up for southern Rutherford County.
Rutherford Weather brings you live radar and expert meteorologist insight, giving you the early heads up when storms threaten.
A lot of areas are going to see some impacts from this storm.
From analysis to live camera views, we keep you informed before, during, and after the storm.
I think the vast majority of the hail with this now is going to be quarter to perhaps golf ball size.
Rutherford Weather. Stay ahead of the storm.
Access Tennessee News. I'm Will Dudley. Families in Hardin County are mourning the loss of 2 people that drowned in the Tennessee River over the weekend. The scene happened near the area of Wolf Island and River Heights. The Hardin County Fire Department says 3 adults were swimming when the current carried them into deeper water. One person was rescued by a nearby boat, but the other 2 people were not able to stay afloat. Officials say both were later recovered by a dive team. The identities of the victims have not been released. Police say a teenage boy died overnight following a shooting in a Spring Hill apartment complex parking lot. The Spring Hill Police Department says it responded to a reported shooting at the Grand Reserve Apartments on Commonwealth Drive around 8:15 last night. Officers discovered a 17-year-old in the parking lot with multiple gunshot wounds. The circumstances around the shooting are unclear. Police have not detailed any suspect information. More news in 30 seconds.
This is Betsy Bakel.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee, and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
A Lady Vols basketball player is out on bond following an arrest over the weekend. Ruby Whitehorn was arrested in Knox County Friday afternoon, charged with domestic assault and aggravated burglary. This after deputies responded to an altercation at the residence in North Knox County. Whitehorn was arrested on bond Saturday morning. She's set to appear in court on Tuesday. Will Dudley, Access Tennessee News.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNS Radio.
Middle Tennessee Electric and their virtual annual meeting is Saturday. That's right, coming up this Saturday at 2 o'clock. So you want to register for that to say, hey, I'm going to participate in the virtual meeting. Why do you want to register? Well, because you could win some great prizes. So register, also submit questions to be answered on the virtual live stream, and also vote for officers. You do that at the MTE offices or by phone. You can find out all the details at mte.com/annual meeting. Well, it is our monthly meeting with Jennifer Sanchez of Steered Straight and Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody back in school. Do you have anybody in school at your house?
I do.
Yeah.
I have a college student, but he'll be starting in 2 weeks to Motlow in Tullahoma. And then I've got 2 other in Cascade in Bell Buckle.
Okay.
I've got a senior and a sophomore.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that your kids were older, just not exactly where they fell on the academic. So a senior.
Another senior. Yeah. We're really excited about it, and we really, really like Cascade School. It's been such a great school for my kids, and they started off all their the youngest in grade school and the other 2 in junior high. And they've gone through all of high school there. So it's been a great school. We like the district.
I guess it is kindergarten through 12th grade there, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. All 3 schools are really super close to each other, but there are 3 buildings.
Wow.
So yeah.
Nice.
It is.
Well, I know that back to school time also means that Michael is back out on the road. Not that he slows down very much, but
no, yeah, he does not slow down very much. He is, and he actually. So apparently Arizona is already back in school. It's always amazes me when I look where he's at and where schools start. So Arizona must be more of a year-round school. They must just take a longer summer break, but they're in school. So he's already been, his first stop in there was Prescott and Cottonwood. So he's been in both of those cities and gone to schools there. And they've already got 32 states schools lined up. So we're doing so far so good. Obviously schools will start jumping on in as they start going back in again. But right now we got 32 states on board, and he's going to Canada and he's going to UK.
Really?
Yeah. I know. Nice. I was surprised too when I saw that. I'll have to ask him about that. So, I think that's really awesome.
He needs to bring back maple syrup from Canada.
Oh, okay. I'll ask him to do that for me. He probably would too.
I'm sure he would.
He would. But yeah, he is back in schools again, and my kiddos are in school. I know Rutherford. I think they started last Wednesday or Friday, so I think this is their first full week of school. So. Yeah, I do know more up north. Like I've got nieces and nephews. They start either the very last week of August or the very first week of September. So I know north is a little bit later on too.
I think MTSU, their first day back is the 25th.
Yes,
so
that sounds right.
They'll be moving in pretty quick.
Yes, I do have my college students. I've got one that was off and they're back now. So yeah, my college students that work with me, they'll be starting back up on the 25th.
And being so close to the university, I would imagine you get a lot of customers from MTSU.
I do. And we can already see it. We can already see the influx of parents walking in with college-age students looking for furniture or dishes or something like that. So you already see it.
Yeah. Everybody getting back, and our growing city that's already busting at the seams really starts to do so when the MTSU students are back.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I know. I think they're building another school or something. I mean, I feel like there's a school popping up everywhere you drive. So,
yeah. So, and Rutherford County Schools opened up its 52nd campus this year.
Jeez.
Yeah. In the Blackman area.
Okay. I believe it because it's, again, houses. I mean, I do pickups on Wednesdays, and I'm driving all around the borough. I mean, I go from one end to the other, and I'll even go into Las Casas area, up to Smyrna, into Shelbyville. So, I mean, I kind of get that wide range. And every time I feel like I'm driving, I'm like, oh my gosh, there goes more houses going up. A lot of building, new construction everywhere I feel like I drive. So, or another school, I was like, there's another school popping up. So I see quite a bit when I'm out on Wednesdays.
I heard in a recent city meeting, so you can tell I lead an exciting life watching those things on YouTube, but it was mentioned that the Blackman, if you took the Blackman community itself and it was its own city, it would be the 6th or 7th largest city in Tennessee.
Oh my gosh.
Just the Blackman area.
I believe that.
Isn't that crazy?
I believe that.
Yeah. That's where the new school was built. I think that's what they were talking about, the new elementary. And they just built the elementary school, and they're building a middle school right next to it. So
yeah, I mean, it is. It's huge, and it's levels. I mean, it is. It's not a small one. I mean, it's tall. Yeah, it's up. It's up. So yeah, it's a big school.
That's what happens when you run out of space. You go up with those things. But
you do.
We mentioned Michael and being back in schools, and of course the Steered Straight nonprofit. The thrift store funds the nonprofit's work.
Yes, sir. So yeah, they've been doing this for, I think this is now their 19th year. So him and his wife Darla, they've been running the Steered Straight Inc. ministry part and going into schools, going into prisons, doing Para Academy, which I'm excited. He's actually doing one in Eaglesville this Friday. I'm going to go watch him. So he's doing a Parent Academy there. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, so yeah, they've been doing this. I believe this is their 19th year, and they're going at it, and they're doing really well. They live in McMinnville area. We've got a sister thrift store there in McMinnville, and their heart in the ministry is also for they're building little houses for women and kids women have come out of addiction, and they've got kiddos, and they're trying to get onto the right path, and then eventually they're going to build a building for men to help them to, again, getting out of addiction, getting them on the right path. So their heart is huge and big and wide, and it goes all over the place. And yes, the store is about 6 years old now, and we back them. So because not every school's got money. Obviously people can just kind of think that, some Blackman area has got money, little town and little school maybe in McMinnville, maybe not so much. Yeah. So the schools that don't have money, he does not want to leave any kid behind. He will go there still. So once we book a school, they start looking around to other schools that might be able to take him. And if they're like, we don't have the budget for him, that's not a problem. That's where the store comes into play, and then our profits help him that next day rental or staying in the hotel one more night to go to the school the next day, whatever that might look like. So that's where our profit goes into, is keeping him out there.
Jennifer Sanchez is joining us today from Steered Straight and Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift. The store is on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Last month you had a celebration, did you not? much.
did. Yeah, it was wonderful. We had a customer appreciation weekend, and it was a lot of fun. We had Kona Ice out there. I had live music from Beach Grove Bob. Him and Rusty are so much fun. And just lots of sales and tons of people. It was really good. We had a really good time. And yeah, that's kind of like when I know I hit that, I'm like, oh, there goes summer. So, and it is like, I feel
it's gone.
I know we're still in the 90s, so it's still feeling like it. Yay. Yeah. But yeah, school being started, people are already walking in going, oh, where's your coats and your hoodies? I'm like, it's 92 out. But it is happening. So at the very end, the last week of August will be our big clothing and shoe sale to be done with summer clothes and flip-flops and sandals. And that week we'll start everything. We'll start off at 30% and eventually we'll end at 75% off on all of that. And that new week going into September will begin fall. All of our fall clothes will be coming out, fall and winter, and fall decor and Halloween decor will all be following suit in September.
I would think Halloween is a big time for you guys in the thrift store, isn't it?
Oh yeah. People love it. I mean, it's really amazing, like the older Halloween items that come in, you're like, oh my gosh, I remember my mom putting that up somewhere. So can you remember so the paper like stuff that you'd put on your windows or whatever, so like the cardboard, like thin cardboard of a ghost or a skeleton or even like Charlie Brown, something like that. And we actually had that cardboard thing that you put up, and it's like, and you could see the tape they put where the same tape went every time, and they took it off gently and they put it around the corners. And I'm like, I remember doing that. I remember helping my mom decorate, and of course eventually that stuff rips. Oh yeah, and it's all done with. But yeah, I love seeing the old stuff. I'm like, yep, I remember that. Once upon a time.
I would think that clothing, people trying to put together, Halloween costumes and needing some specialty item, or maybe they come in and say, whatever I'm going to be for Halloween is coming from the store.
Yeah, and they do. A lot of people do, especially college kids. They want to go. They're going to some Halloween party or whatever that might looks like. So they do. They go through our stuff. They try to figure it all out. We'll get all the costumes ready. Anything that we're like, ooh, that's definitely very Halloweenish, we'll put that aside too and put that with our costumes and stuff like that. So yeah.
Notice at the big retail stores now, they already have the big coats and all that. I almost seem like they do it too early.
I think so too.
Because people are still looking for, short sleeve shirts and shorts, and they're hard to find, but not at your place apparently.
Not at my place. No, we still have, and actually right now, all of my tank tops are 50% off. So I've got tank tops 50% off, and actually all my school supplies and office supplies are 50% off. So, and that'll be for the rest of this week. So I do have a few things that are on sale right now for the back to school, and it's still 92 out.
I know. It's nuts.
I know. I don't get it either, but I'm like, I get there. I understand retail wise. And so I still feel like even it's still a little early to get rid of summer stuff, but
they have their back to school items out, of course, but to find a short sleeve shirt or a pair of shorts is like impossible.
It is hard right now. So I still have all that, but yes, please come on in. Yeah, like I said, I've got tank tops 50% off, all my office and school supplies 50% off, and then like I said, the last week of August, bam, that will be all my clothes, all my shoes. It'll be 30 to 75% off because I need to move it on out now.
Yeah. I didn't think about shoes. You have a pretty good selection, I guess.
We do. We have we have a really good selection of shoes. I'm always really excited and happy to kind of see them. We have really good donors.
Yeah.
Let's just hands down, we've just got really good donors that come in and just be like, I want to give to you guys. I believe in your ministry. I want to back a non-for-profit and not give to a for-profit place. And we hear that all the time, and that's why we get the pickups on Wednesdays, and I'm booked out like a couple weeks in advance, and which is awesome, beyond awesome. And I just have really good donors, and I'm very thankful for that. So like yard sale items, whatever's left over, bring it to us. And even if we can't use it, I have a homeless give area. So we still will give stuff that maybe I don't feel like I can put $5 on, but it's not still that bad. So we do have a homeless give area. And then I do have another ministry that I give to. So we keep pressing on. We keep moving on. I don't throw away much. I mean, it's broken.
Yeah.
Or it came in smelling not great. But I mean, yes, overall, hands down, I just got really good donors.
Things that come in, they're put to use.
They are, absolutely.
I mean, you've got a thrifter running a thrift store, so.
I do. Oh my gosh. I mean, all of our, I'm always looking like, what can I improve in? I mean, all of our cabinets that display our stuff, that was all given to us. Like, that was all donated at some point. And if I get something in, I'm like, oh, I can rearrange. I can now sell this piece and I'll put this piece here. So I'm always looking to see what can I change around, what can I make better, and then I'll just sell that. I'll just sell that next piece. So
1007 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard is where you can find Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift. As you're headed down MLK, if you're going toward Rutherford Boulevard area, right there on the left before you get to the intersection with Middle Tennessee. Can't miss it. If you are an old-timer here, remember where AG Sporting Goods or the bakery was across from the old Roses. That's really taking us back. You'll know exactly where to find Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift. Jennifer, as always, it's good to catch up.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Don't forget, end of the month, all of the summer clothing going to fly out of the store, we hope. So stop on by again, 1007 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. And that's going to do it for our show today. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of Rutherford Issues. If you missed part of the program, came in late, you can listen back to the podcast. It'll be up in a couple of minutes here. Stay with us.
Jennings and GTV, local content that matters to Rutherford County.